Hi, this is Tania. I'm going to be concentrating on this installment on the letter J. I suppose you know what I'm going to talk to you about. I bet you know what artist I'm going to talk about. Say you've got a strong feeling. Well, you're probably right. I'm going to be talking about Michael Jackson, the late, great Michael Jackson. I loved him with my life. I've been following him since he started way back in the 70s with the Jacksons and then the Jackson 5 and then his solo career right up to when he died. I love his music. You know, he grew up in uh, in America. He had a huge family, magnificent. He had a huge family, a load of brothers. He had about I think there was 9 of them altogether. And I think Michael was came third in the children, and so he was kind of in the middle. Um, I love his music. Um, a lot of the 70s stuff was good. I enjoyed some of the 70s stuff, the Jackson 5, I Want You Back and all of those hits. And the 80s is when he made it big on his own, and the the number one album that he made was that Thriller. It was the number one album in the world apparently. He had a bit of a rough childhood, Michael, unfortunately. Um, Kind of similar to mine, you could say maybe. We kind of had the same kind of background, abuse, domestic abuse. We were both domestically beaten up by a parent. His was by his dad. He was by his dad, and me by my mother, of course. So Michael was, and Michael and his brothers, his dad was their manager, I think, at the time, but they were working for him. They had their own recording studio in the house and stuff. So they did recordings there, and his father was quite, what do you call, very, very strict. He's very, very strict kind of father. He took no nonsense from anybody, you could say, maybe. Anytime they made a simple mistake, he'd beat them with a belt, with his belt. He beat them each time they made the mistake in performance of a song. He'd worked them too hard. So I know what he's gone through. I've been through it myself. So God knows how he how he got through it. I do not know how he got through it. He must have gone through hell. Poor, like, I mean, he must have gone through hell. It was very, very tough for him. He hadn't spoken to his father in years, right up to when he died. They never spoke to each other. They fell out, and um, in other words, you could say he could never forgive him for what he did to him and his brothers. It hit Michael more than anyone else, I think, more than the rest of the family. It hit him a lot more, because he's very sensitive. He was very sensitive. Um, but he was a total genius when it came to music. He's an incredible artist, an incredible dancer. He made the moonwalk. He actually created the moonwalk. Well, people say that that's not true, but I don't know. It started back in the 50s, but I think Michael was really one that made it really big in the music charts. In the music industry, he's the one that created it, the moonwalk. You know, he not of artists today that try to copy of Michael's try and take some samples of Michael's choreography and put it into their performance. My favorite song out of his solo hits has to be "The Way You Make Me Feel." I love that song. It really gets up on my feet, makes me want to dance. I love the beat on it, incredible beat, and I love Beat and Thriller has to be the best video ever, ever in the whole of pop history. Thriller has to be the best ever video ever created. It's kind of like a mini film, a mini horror film, and Michael is just, I mean, he was just the best thing that ever came into music as a solo artist. It's been male solo artists I'm talking about. I love him with my life, and I'm so devastated now that he is not around today, and to see all the big stars that are out today, and um, I'm just I don't know. I'm still confused on the cause of his death. Um, People seem to think that he had an addiction to painkillers, and I'm not too sure. I blame the doctor who treated him. I blame him for Michael's death. Um, the doctor, in my view, contributed in Michael Jackson's death. So I wouldn't believe it for a second that Michael would do that. I'm not too sure what people think. I don't know what. I'm still confused on the results of the autopsy and what actually was the actual cause of Michael's death. They said it was that they had a lot of painkillers in his system, but I don't know whether it was true about Michael taking the overdose, or the doctor overdosed him, or gave him too much of a higher dose of medication or tablets or whatever they were. I can't remember what they were called. But he will be sadly missed in the charts. I find this absolutely incredible how I actually spoke about Michael Jackson and I ended up crying during the interview, because I'm literally I'm still in mourning over his death. I'm actually still in mourning. He died in 2009, 25th of July, 2009. I'll never get that day. I will never forget the time the news broke that he died, and I still can't sink it in. I still can't sink it in that Michael's dead, and I don't want to believe it. It's still expect to hear news about Michael releasing a new album or a new single, or he's going to be performing on some certain arena. He was only weeks away in doing his This Is It tour, and he was rehearsing, and he looked so fit. He was still full of energy, and he was so excited and looking forward to doing the performance. He is telling everybody what to do, where that should go on the stage, what the look should be on the stage, what and so on, and where the band should stand, where the singer should stand, and all that kind of. He was the boss. He was the controller on how the things should be on the stage and how things should be laid out, and what song should be sung, all that kind of thing. He was the kind of the boss in front of everybody. He was a leader. He was so excited. He really was so excited. They're doing the actual performance of Thriller was going to be quite similar to the actual video. They're going to have ghouls on the stage and everything else, people coming out of coffins and everything else. Because I saw the rehearsal of that performance of the tour during This Is It film. They showed him rehearsing the tour on This Is It film, and they showed what that was going to look like, the performance of Thriller. It's going to be very similar to the video. Ghoulies coming out of the coffins and doing the dance, the famous Thriller dance. Everything was just so very, very similar to the video, and it was very well laid out and well done. So, Michael, if you hear me, please, Lord, rest in peace, and I will never forget you. As far as I'm concerned, your music lives on. You'll always live on. You'll always live in people's hearts. You'll stay in people's hearts, and you will be never forgotten. As they say, the king lives on. Thank you for watching. Bye.